Right, the real reason why I've got everyone here, if we can just take a minute to appreciate my car. Oh, seriously. Fucking Lamborghini. As you all know, we have been growing the brand. And it's grown tremendously over the last 3 years. Now, tonight is the launch party of BHP, and we've kept it a private launch party. We're just family and friends. But what I class as my family. Now, this is quite sad because this is all I have in the world. But it's still my family and friends. And I'm very grateful and privileged to have you all here. Now, there's two very important people here today who have invested not only their time, their effort, their money, and of course their name into our brand. You know, and that's Paul from Centurion. He owns Centurion Motors, and you've got Mark who owns 612. Now, these people are ahead of their game. In order for them to trust a dwarf with a tattoo on his face on steroids, I don't know what they're fucking thinking, to be honest, but they are. And I think having this responsibility is going to steer us in the direction that we want to go to. And I'm incredibly grateful that they turned up as well. Also, I didn't introduce them at the beginning because I wanted them to see us our most relaxed. You know, when you start meeting people at business meetings and stuff, to me it's a bit of a fake persona. You know, it's like you dress up how you wouldn't normally dress, you act how you wouldn't normally act, to tell the other person how you are, which you really aren't, and it's very fake. But to them to see our crew, our family, our friends, you know, it's quite important, and especially if we're going to be working together, I think it's great. So after because I'm going to talk about me a lot in a minute. As I do, I'm great at that. After that, I'd like you all to go and introduce yourselves and mingle and make them feel at home, because they really are investing a hell of a lot into our company. Now, while you're here, this is important, so I wanted to introduce the important people, because you don't know them, right? You haven't met anybody. So I'm going to do this in stages, because I've tried to get this in my head. The most important friend that I've got, and well, we wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for him, is James Collier. James, put your hand up. He was the one that gave me a chance out of prison. He's the one that stupidly believed in me. Since then, he's tried to get away, he's tried to move away, and he hasn't got far. But he was the one, the very first person that taught me about business and going the right way. You know, after that, he paved the way for me. Didn't listen to a word, which is why I've done well. Yeah. And it's paved the way for everybody else. Now, Harrie, where's Harrie? Hello. Come over here, Harrie. You're fucking doing this with me. Everyone thinks you're dead on social media. I'm a bit So, Paul and Mark, this is my little brother, Harrie. Now, Harrie has gone his own way. Bodybuilding and fitness was never his fucking thing, believe it or not. But he's always made a point of that. And every time we hit a stage in you know, achieving something, Harrie would be like, I fucking hate this industry. Because we'd meet fake people, he'd see things, it was just depressing. Now Harrie has got the means, he's got the intelligence, he's got the know-how now and the experience to do his own thing. And he's gone off and done his own thing off social media. And to be fair on him, and I understand why, let's be honest, it's my fucking face everywhere. I'm not really happy about it, but it's my face everywhere. And he felt, I'm presuming he had to live in my shadow a bit, but now he's doing his own thing, and next month he's starting his own path in life, and he's building something fucking huge for himself. But at the same time, I can't ignore the fact that he started everything with me. He's the brain box with it. He didn't know how to do a website. He didn't know what to do at one point. He taught himself. And from what he taught himself, he ended up, being the brains behind everything and making me look as good and perform as good as what we do on social media.
Tough. It was tough.
What's your experience in working for me? If somebody had asked you that question, or working with me, working with.
It was tough.
Yeah.
Stressful.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
Challenging.
Yeah.
Positive now.
But when we had our first taste of success, fucking hell, we killed it, didn't we?
Yeah, I cried in my car.
You did cry in your car.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I was stuck in the traffic jam.
You're crying now, I'm going to get away.
Now, I'm going to tell you a quick little story about that. And Bev says she knows this, right? This is brilliant. So we're in this club, right? In where were we? In down south. Where was it? Brighton. And the club owners wanted us there. There's fucking everybody there. They've cornered the whole section off. Everyone's asking for pictures. We're living off fucking kings, right? Harrie has just gone fucking wild. He's spending £850 per bottle of vodka, right?
Allegedly.
He's balling, right? And then he sends one back because they didn't give him a sparkler in it. He's demanding a sparkler. Right? So, they've come out. Anyway, these girls were all there. These girls in like short outfits and that. They're the hostesses. And one of them comes up and she goes, your brother's so lovely. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah. He give us a tip. I was like, how much? £150. All of us. What, each? There was about 9 of them. Right? Then I look, right? Harrie's in a corner with these girls, right? After he's just tipped them £150 each. And I'm thinking, oh, I've got to
where's this going?
He's going to do something stupid. I go over there. Do you know what do you know what he's doing? He's showing the girls pictures of Beth, telling them how in love he is of her, right? So when we brought her back to this club, she was very nervous, right? So we come back to this club. This was months and months after. All of these girls knew who Beth was. Hi, Beth! That was how we were, but no one spends money like Harrie.
Oh, yeah.
You are
if there's a job of spending money, I'll have it.
Yes.
No one's better than me.
So that's Harrie. Now, because of what me and Harrie built together, what we were able to build together, we were able to obviously bring in people around us. So we brought in Calvin, we brought in Nataleigh, we brought in Billy, we brought in Eddie, and then eventually we brought in Biggles, and we just brought in everybody, and then Ryan's the fucking newest one, right? We built in everybody. But who we have to thank for that is our grandmother, because what you don't know is that none of us actually had a relationship with anybody. We didn't have a relationship with each other. Me and Calvin lost relationship with each other because of fucking family problems. Calvin and Nataleigh didn't even really have a relationship with each other, but because of Nan, she was the one that got us all together. So if it wasn't for my grandmother, we wouldn't have anything. So can we give a round of applause? Yeah. The strongest woman you will ever meet. And the strictest. Don't take it. Yeah, I've been swearing, sorry. She is, if anyone was to say my hero, it ain't going to be Arnold, it's going to be my nan, but she was the one that has started everything. Now, with moving forward, with Nataleigh and Calvin, I wanted them to meet Mark and Paul tonight, so they get an idea of where we're moving with things. Now, with Calvin and Nataleigh, that was a bit of an awkward one, isn't it? Because Calvin's sort of...
Older brother.
Yeah, older brother. He had to come over and work for his younger brother. Now, Calvin was working in a warehouse on minimum wage, wasn't it, Calvin?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, yeah. Don't let anyone forget that. He fucking tells his story every time. Below minimum wage. Building pallets, right, for a living. 7 years on night shifts.
7 years. 300 a shift.
Alright, you even remember that. Now, I'm going to give you an idea of how we built everything. So we said to Calvin, move down here. I don't know what it is, and we didn't know what it was. We just said it's something big. Me and Harrie have got something, and it's growing, and we could do with some help. Because, he works in warehouses, no one's going to be able to package anything better than fucking Calvin. He's had 7 years of it, right? So we think we'll get the best. That's what we're thinking. Now, We said the same to Natalie, but Natalie couldn't move at the time because of family ties and that she had, and she was in London. But when you did move over, well, when you took the decision to move over, I did sell him a little bit of a story. I sold you a bit of a line, didn't I? Yeah. Promised you the world.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Well, he moved over, and unfortunately, the week I think it was 2 weeks before he moved over, we got the same dad, different mum. He lost his mum, but he did manage to tell her that he was moving. But she hasn't been able to see, obviously, what he's achieved up to now. When you did move, I sound bad, but I didn't take no sympathy on that, did I? Because I believe, especially with the things that I've gone through with my son, that you can't start going into self-destructive mode. You have to teach yourself to be stronger. So I had to sort of take his mind off that. I had to be harder, and fuck me, we've nearly come to threw a locker at me.
Yeah, I heard it. As soon as I heard it, I was on CCTV.
Now his mum was a wonderful woman to me, and she used to look after me when I was a kid, Auntie Lynn, and she was amazing. And I know she'll be proud of him now. But when he came down, after me promising this dream, after he's just lost his mum, then was it a week after you lost your grandma, wasn't it? So we had a real shit time. He comes down. I've even said to him, look, this is our office, the big fucking office building. Wasn't quite true. It was a big office building that housed a lot of offices that used to rent inside it, right? So it was a mixture of solicitors and everything. And the reason why me and Harrie got it, I said, well, we have to look the bollocks to people like Paul and Mark, right? So when they walk in, they think we're serious. So when you go in, there's a big marble floor, there's a reception desk, and you go in and they say, yes, we'll phone up to Mr. Lambo or Lambo Brothers Limited, and then they'll phone up, and then in with the rent came a boardroom. So then they go in the boardroom. They don't get to see our office. Our office was what, £500 a month? Yeah, 2 desks. When I say 2 desks, that big, right? And we couldn't even afford the one with the window.
No.
So we had one without a window. True story. So when Calvin comes to this office, you can imagine him driving up thinking, wow. Goes into the reception, wow, Lambo Brothers will see you now. Okay, he goes upstairs. Right, Calvin, you're working in that corner. There's your sellotape, there's your scissors, there's your scanner, crack on. But eventually we got another box room, didn't we? Yeah. And then we started releasing proteins, and we had the boxes all the way up there. If health and safety come in, we'd have been fucked. Yeah, so that was how we started. And then
Aarron.
Oh, it's all right. Let's see how we've done it. Should we also take another minute to appreciate my car?
And that great big scratch down the side of it.
So that was how we built it from there. Natalie unfortunately lost her mum as well, and then that was the reason why she could move over. So then she moved her son and her daughter out of London, moved her life over, and started from scratch as well. Calvin doesn't believe that because Natalie got a heater, and Natalie started work when we moved into
she got it
new.
easy.
Oh yeah, she got it easy.
She got reception.
She got reception.
And
And a window. Yeah, and a heater.
I had to go and buy her that heater.
Yeah. So, but they've invested a lot in. Now, the thing is, me and Harrie have started everything from scratch, and like I said, I wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for Harrie, and he wouldn't have had anything if it wasn't for me. So it was an equal partnership. With Calvin and Natalie, what they did is they invested their lives. They invested, they trusted me. I don't know why, because I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing or where we were going. I was winging it. We were winging it, weren't we? But we managed to build everything. So what? Natalie, actually, I've asked Calvin, what's it been like?
Be honest. Let's be honest.
Be honest. Not easy.
I'm going to say not easy.
Not easy, but fun.
Fun?
Go on, Natalie, be honest.
Everybody knows Aarron, so everybody knows how it is.
Natalie has the most important job, that's running my life. Calvin, how's it been?
It's a beautiful experience.
How many times have you gone home to jail? fuck him, fuck everything.
Yeah, I've lost count. I've nearly walked out multiple times. You know what? Fuck it. There's apparently somewhere around here that builds pallets.
Well, yeah, but has it been worth it?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Up to now.
Well, they've both helped us do everything. Now, you put a post up the other week, I think it was last week, and you put up, I forgot what it was an achievement. You put, in fact, it was actually the picture of the warehouse you used to work in.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody had actually commented, remember, you wouldn't have fuck all if it wasn't your brother bringing it over. Well, yeah, but then I wouldn't have fuck all if it wasn't for them. So it's an equal, because I have to be honest, I wouldn't be as big as what I am on the internet in my face if it wasn't for these people. I mean, they've had to work around the clock. When I say literally, I mean it. I mean, I'm ringing them up stupid o'clock in the morning, telling them about a post that he's fucked up, or about someone, he fucked up a lot, I'll be honest with you. Asking Nataleigh to book certain things, or asking them to rescue me out of certain situations, or whatever, and they've experienced a lot, and it's been an incredible thing. Rion, you've got the book.
Yep.
Now, I did tell them that eventually they'll be partners in the business, and you thought I forgot. Well, here's all the certificates from Company's House. Here's all the paperwork. So from tonight, you two are official partners and directors with not only Lambo Brothers Limited, Mental Hamster, Mental Monkey, and Mental BHP. So you're going to be working with these two, so look professional. Now I'm a prick, but I do stick to my word.
I'll give you that.
No, you're checking fucking Jill, mate.
I'll check if the ink still's right.
He don't trust me, does he?
Calvin, read the small print.
I will do.
You both earned it. Now that is from me and Harrie, and I think it's something that you should be incredibly proud of, and I know both of your mums are incredibly proud of you both. Oh, I cried 7 times on the way tonight, I'll be honest with you. Jennifer? Yeah. It was an emotional wreck. I've got all of these done, and then 3 hours before I found out the accountant gave me the wrong paperwork, so I had to go back over to get it, and then that was it. So congratulations, you've done it. Last day of being skint. Well, that's not it, because there was something else. I did promise you. Not a Lamborghini, no. Not a Lamborghini.
You got that for us, didn't you?
But right now, Billy and Eddie are bringing round both your Range Rovers, completely mental. That way, paid for, outright, yours.
Okay.
Absolutely. And they've got the mental body kit on it. Thank you to Mark and thank you to Paul. They've got the mental wheels on it. They've got everything on it. I did. I told you. I don't know where they've gone. Billy's probably crashing. This is pretty. You're 5 minutes. Orange been pulled. Absolutely. So in fact, I would like everybody to join us outside, please. Go outside.
There are any scuffs on the wheels, I'm sorry.
You go, Calvin, look. Calvin, look. Nataleigh, look. There you go. Look, Nat. Look, Nat. That's yours.
Oh, you have to go the other way.
How we just want to get in it?
Yeah.
Well designed. Well designed.
Oh my god.
One of the Range Rovers.
Oh.
You cried?
Oh my god.
Oh, mate. Feel bad for you, mate. Yeah, don't remind him of that, will you?
There it shows. Fucking emotional.
You're feeling it right now.
Yeah, I sort of said that, didn't I? I sort of said that. I was fucking moaning at him earlier as
That's
well.
why I couldn't call you Monday.
I knew it was getting.
You know, I saw you Monday. I was like, I can't see him, so I can't let anything go. So I dodged it Monday. I wouldn't come to here. So I
Sitting there going, I don't know when I'm going to get it. I'm thinking, oh no, in about an hour.
Yeah.
Oh.
The nuts, mate. This is
Really cool.
Hey?
Wicked kid.
No way.
How's it feel, Calvin?
Oh, it's beautiful.
I was driving it back and I was shitting myself because I curbed it or something. I was
Drove it back?
Yes.
Oh,
We picked it up earlier with the new kit.
my god.
That's really cool, Kat.
One use a picture of him now.
There's even less room to park at the gym now.
Go on, Calvin, go give your brother a hug. Calvin!
Oh, man. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
There ain't much fuel in it. I'm so sorry, I left my gin in your car. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I left my gin in your car.
Calvin was sitting there going, I said, so, I said, I see the video. I just don't know when I'm going to get my roller. And I'm thinking, in about half hour. It's going,
He didn't have a clue,
it might
did
be
he?
next year, I think. Yeah, I've just given up on it. They look nuts, don't they?
They do. They've done a great job.
Cracking.
Can we go in and get drunk now? Yeah? Right, park them up then.